Hello, mortal humans. Shredder the Devilish Leader here, and welcome back to another Twitch stream. Today we are trying something new, a horror game. The first horror game from the Shredder the Devilish Leader franchise. We are going to be honoring the 10-year anniversary of Slender the Arrival, which originally came out in the year 2013. So strap yourselves in and get ready for a couple of jump scares here or there, and let's play some Slender the Arrival. Alrighty guys, this is going to be the final this is going to be the final stream of today, and then I gotta work tomorrow. I'm eating some ice cream. Ice cream is my favorite dessert food. Okay, what is you guys' favorite dessert food? Y'all let me know in the comments down below, or in the chat if you're watching this live. Okay. The volume of this music is louder than I expected. I can't even hear my own voice, barely. So yeah, let me turn that down a little bit. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. In case y'all don't... Oh. Well, that plays the credits. I'm gonna let y'all know now, I've already 100% this game. I have already 100% this game. I've completed all of 4 of the levels. And I have the 9th secret stage, Genesis, which is just a revamped version of the original game. So here's what I plan to do. For today's stream, I'm gonna go easy. And I'm gonna focus on collect the locations of each of the collectibles, and I'm gonna attempt to beat this while getting every collectible. I'm gonna adjust it to that. Actually, let's make it a little darker. We're not gonna be wusses here. Alright. Red's all set. Ready? Here we go. I plan on making 2 more streams of this. One on normal, where I speedrun it, and one on hard, where I'm gonna play the full game on all 3 difficulties. I'll let y'all watch this in case you're new to this game.
lets out his breathing sigh, how far will it carry you? So in case you're new to this game, we play as a girl named Lauren. And Lauren is visiting her friend Kate Hayes at her house after recently losing her mother Beth, and is now in the process of trying to sell her family home. Lauren parks her car at the top of a hill as a fallen down tree is blocked the path, and is forcing her to continue the rest of her journey to Kate's house on foot. So that's who we are. Where's my shadow? There it is. Our role is Kate. Or not Kate. We are Lauren in this. Blue Owl Studios proudly presents. Normally I just bolt ahead, but I'm not going to this run. In association with Parsec Productions, the creators of the original game. Alex Tinter, Brendan Frank. Why am I already getting one of the ambiances for the forest? Garrett Marks, Mark Hadley, Ashley Mary. Mark Hadley was the creator of the original game, the head of Parsec Productions, who created Slender the 8 Pages. Kenneth Mott. No. Lauren's walking down this... Lauren's just walking. We're just walking, minding our... No, we are just walking. We're just minding our own business. But as we're walking, we see this. Or we see another car here that doesn't look like Kate's. Or that doesn't look like any car that she recognizes. So at this point, Lauren starts to get the feeling that she's not alone. And then right here, right there is the house. But as we're walking up to it at this point, the sky's now starting to get dark. So now, like I said, what I'm gonna be doing in this stream on easy difficulty is I'm going to be finding all 50 collectibles and explaining the meanings of everything on what happens in the game, like the story the game tries to tell. So the very first collectible is on this tree. It's a missing. You'll get a pop-up of Lauren saying, "I should keep an eye out." And when you click on it, missing. Have you seen this child? Charlie Matheson Jr. If you've seen this child, please contact 555-3799, which is obviously a fake number. And then, if you're new to this, it'll say item added to your scrapbook. So that kid, Charlie Matheson Jr., we'll talk about him later, because he actually has a big part in what happens live on the game. You get another message from Kate when you walk up to the swing set. She'll say, "I remember playing on the swing set with Kate when we were kids." Now, as we walk up to Kate's house, we discover that the door's open and all the lights are out. No one's home. We step in, and the house looks completely abandoned. We have, in the living room, there's drawings of trees and a mysterious tall, skinny figure, human-like figure, there. Here, let me Yeah, let me close the door. And the next note is right here. There's 13 notes that look like this that are marked with these red numbers. These are the CR notes. And the first one says, "Hey Kate, it's been a while since we last spoke, hasn't it? Hope you haven't forgotten about me. I know writing a letter is a little old-fashioned, but sometimes I like to just sit down and write something out, you know? So I can't remember what I was doing at the time, but all this stuff we used to do when we were kids just came rushing back to me all of a sudden the other day. Remembered when I'd sneak over at night so we could both go out on our adventures? Ghost hunting, we called it. We'd shine a flashlight through the trees and jumped at every little insignificant noise. Our imagines were always working in overdrive. I wish I could rewind back to then. Seems like everything after that time just hasn't been as good for both of us. Sorry, ignore all of that. I started rambling too much. Anyway, please let me hear from you soon. I know things have been less than normal for you lately, so I just wanted to check in. CR." Now, CR is obviously just an abbreviation. His real name is Carl Ross. We'll get to a note that'll reveal that in the soon future, actually. But then you see I skipped through a bit that's scribbled. The three scribbled lines say, "How long has it been again? It's been at least a couple of years, hasn't it? She was always kind of mean to me. Maybe she actually knew about us sneaking out all the time. Guess we'll never." So that's obviously just Carl. Carl was rambling on a little bit about, I don't know who, maybe her mother or something, or maybe even Kate. I don't know. I don't fully know. Eating ice cream, but fully remembering. Fully. So it's been a while since Kate and Carl have talked. We're gonna hear a phone call from Carl as well, so be prepared for that. Then, while we're walking around the first floor, we're gonna find a flashlight. There's a cell phone right here, but then it says the phone line appears to be dead. And then the next note is right here. This note is a thank you note to Lauren from Kate. Thank you. That says, "Kate, thank you. I can't thank you enough for coming out all this way to help me out. It's been a pretty rough road trying to sell this old place. I wish I had turned to you sooner. You have no idea how happy I'll be once this is all behind me. Love you always, Kate." And then there's actually an Easter egg. There's no note in here, but there's an Easter egg that happens in here, and that's by playing this piano. There's 3 different noises that can come out of this piano, and one of them is the Easter egg that rarely plays. You just gotta keep spamming this piano until that secret one plays, and you get an achievement for it on your first time doing it. Wow. I got lucky. This sounds familiar. That was the secret note. Wow. The fact that I got the secret one 4 times in a row, that's not normal. And here's the flashlight. The flashlight can be turned on and off with one button. It depends on what console or you play on or PC, and it can be focused. We'll talk more on that later. I'm gonna leave it off for right now. I don't need it. All right. This is Carl's phone message to Kate. I'll let y'all listen to it.
0 new messages. 1 old message.
Hey Kate, it's CR again. I hope everything's okay. I know there's been a lot to take in and wrap your head around. It'll be good when Lauren gets there to help you sell the house. Take a little load off your mind. Give me a call when you get the chance and we can talk. Take care.
Press 1 to delete. 2 to return to the main menu.
Let me actually turn the light on because the next note is right here on this fridge. And this one is just a whiteboard that marks like a list of items and to-do list, I guess, that says flashlight, lighter, batteries, kerosene, extra tapes, lock the house. And then this, and then the next one is on the dining table right here. This is just a flyer or like a taffel honoring the life of Kate's mother, Beth, who recently passed away. Nothing in that room, but it's good to check this room when you're walking through the first floor because one of the spawns for the flashlight can be in there. And there's another one in here. Let me close that door. That's the garage. The flashlight can spawn right here. The second CR note is here, and it's an email, a printed email that says, "Thanks for calling last night. It probably sounds dumb, but it was good to hear your voice again. Good to hear that Lauren's been doing really well too. But yeah, about what we said, I'm not sure what to think of it yet. What are the odds of 2 people having the exact same hallucination? Could it really be just a coincidence? I have to go to my doctor today for some routine stuff, so I'm going to try and casually bring this up and see what he says about it. I'll let you know how it goes. CR." And then this thing is annoying. It's an old school radio and it is really loud and really annoying.
Take me out to the ball game, sung by Edward Meeker, Edison Records. Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad. Just to root for the hometown through every zoo. Casey Blue. On a Saturday, her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show. But Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take.
Now we're gonna go upstairs because there's a couple more things upstairs that we need to get. Once you grab the flashlight and you go upstairs, somewhere upstairs in one of the upstairs rooms there's gonna be a key, because at the back end of the house there's a locked door, which I'll actually walk up to it right now. Oh, there we go. Hey, Slenderman. Our first sight of Slenderman. Be it. This is Kate's bedroom, and her door is locked. So we gotta just search the upstairs for her key. It's in one of these rooms. And the key glows, so even without the flashlight, it's not real hard to find because it glows. It's there like that. That's the key right there, glowing in the dark. That's the key to Kate's bedroom. And upon grabbing that key and unlocking the door to Kate's bedroom, Lauren makes a chilling discovery. That discovery being that the walls of her room are completely covered in drawings and sketches and newspapers. Strange messages like, what is it? Escape. Stop it now. No. Beacon. What is it? Escape. Escape. Stop it now. Messages about pictures and messages that link to a tall, skinny humanoid figure. Here, can you see it? Can you see it? Safe. Stop it now. Which all lead up to her this red mark that says, can you see it? Yeah. Can you see it? Escape. And one collectible page. There's 2 collectible pages in here. You can collect that. It says To the Woods. Then we get this. Investigate Scream Beyond the Back Gate. And then the next note is right here. And this is what reveals CR's full name to be Carl Ross. This note also actually is Carl stating to Kate romantic feelings for her. He had romantic feelings for her and wanted her to be his girlfriend. His note of which says as follows: Kate, I want to see you again. I can't stop thinking about you. Kate, about us. I'm sorry for what happened in the park. Maybe I shouldn't have said those things. I know you may not feel the same way, but I don't want to let you go. I hope someday you'll change your mind. I'll be here waiting for you. Please, just think about it some more. I have so many things I want to show you, so many things I want to share with you. I want to protect you. I hope we can at least still be friends. Yours truly, Carl Ross. This reveals that Carl has a crush on Kate. That during their high school years, Carl grew a crush on Kate. Now we need to go outside and go up to this thing, because Carl, the CR note number 3 is up here, and it's right here. And it's another written letter that says, "Hey Kate, both my computer and phone have been acting weird lately, so I figured I'd do it the old-fashioned way again. Glad we could meet up to talk things through. I agree with what the doctor said too. There's an explanation for this stuff. The shared traumatic event sounds the most logical to me. That night out there in the woods is probably what caused it. I had almost completely blocked that out, but now it's kind of coming back to me. But like I said before, it's still really foggy. I think the best course of action right now is to just ignore it, whatever you think it might be. Seeing things again. I'll try to do the same. That'll probably do the trick. CR. P.S. You should call Lauren sometime. I bet some company would help out." So, recently, Carl and Kate have been getting back with each other because they've been having the same nightmares and hallucinations at night. But to both of their perspectives, the reason of which is still unknown to them both. And then, haha, this is another achievement. If you if you play this for the first time and you walk down the slide, you'll have Lauren will say that was fun. I should probably find Kate, and you'll get an achievement for it. Which I think the way they did that was kind of hilarious, honestly. So now we're heading out the back side. So now we're heading out of the back side of Kate's house. The first thing we're gonna look at and notice is this. This will light our way. This will light our way in the direction the game wants us to go. Which is good that it does this, because our next collectible paper is right here. And this one talks about a new topic. It's a newspaper writing that says, "Fatal blaze erupts at Oakside home. Arson suspected." Oakside fire crew says a blaze at a southeast home resulting in one death may be the result of arson. Fire broke out at the home, located just east of Oakside Lake, at 11:30 p.m. Neighbors who knew the man living in the home. Currently, the only known fatality is agitated and abrasive. He's lost his son many years ago. Since then, he's never really acted the same. He would always claim to see his son standing outside his window, staring in, said Kim Rollick, a neighbor who has known the man for 20 years. Authorities say Charles Matherson, 47 years old, died of smoke inhalation. His body was found inside the basement of the home shortly after fire crews put out the blaze. So that means the father of Charlie Matherson Jr., Charles Matherson, is named Charles Matherson, and he was 47 years old when he died. He died by lighting his house on fire and sucking in all of the smoke. So what we're gonna do is continue going down this path. I'm gonna run for a little bit, because it's actually quite a distance from the next thing. Which the next paper is just another. The next paper is just another Charlie Matherson Jr. poster. There's 3 Charlie Matherson Jr. Missing posters throughout the game, and the second one is right here. Now we're gonna cross this bridge. And then after we cross that bridge and walk down a little bit, we discover what we just heard from the news writing, a burnt building. Lauren takes a look inside the burnt building, and from the outside it looks like an old From the outside, it looks like an old family cottage. But then, we listen. If you listen carefully, you can hear crying. Lauren goes inside to check it out. Lauren goes inside to check out who's crying. And while inside, hold up, she finds a mysterious figure. A mysterious figure crying in the back of the house. This mysterious figure looks like it's descending and decaying out of darkness. And seems like the source of this crying. Upon trying to interact with this creature, he turns around, gives Lauren hallucinates, and her camera glitches out, and when it comes back, the creature's gone, like this. But that's not the end of it. There's three notes here. This is Charles Matheson. This is one of the notes Charles Matheson wrote before he died. What's wrong with this place? Why did this happen? What's wrong with this place? Why did this happen to us? No answers anywhere I look. Am I crazy? These things I see at night, I don't know what to think. Ever since Charlie disappeared and Diane left, I must have hit a breaking point. I still keep looking. I still hear him sometimes. That cute little laugh. But he's been gone 9 years. Why does every day have to hurt so much? Charles. So that was one. The other two things are over here. The second thing is a picture of what looks like an old farm. And then we go out the back, and right by the door is the third one, and it looks like a drawing of the farm made by Charlie Matheson Jr. But the creepy thing about it is that there's once again a tall, slender figure without a face in the drawing, which brings suspicions to, take a guess who. Now I'm gonna come up here. Now I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna turn this on. And there's one last thing here before we continue forward. It's right here. It's another newspaper writing, and this one says, residential development takes hold on Oakside Park outskirts. Oakside is about to welcome some new residents. With all lots now purchased, home developments are set to begin this spring. 6 new homes are expected to go up over the next year. With more to follow, the new homeowners will be the first new residents of the area since a fatal blaze 4 years ago that resulted in the death of one man. We couldn't be happier to bring new life to the community, said Robert Belvedere, chairman of the Oakside Village Community Development Group. We're pleased to welcome all the new families who want to call Oakside home. So that is the final That is the final collectible in this stage. This is just the first stage, the prologue. There's still 8 more parts to do, but only like 4 of them have collectibles in it, so any ones that don't, I can just easily, or that I've already gotten them all for, I can just skip through them. Finally, we reach the end of the hill, heading towards the glowing red transmission tower in the distance. Since we reach the entrance to Oakside Park. When we come in here, at the end of the entrance, going into the park, we see a secret message that says, "Find me, Lauren." And sitting next to it is a notebook. When we look at that notebook, it's a notebook of Kate, left behind by Kate, and it reads, "He came for me. Why didn't I listen? He was right. He said this would happen. Help me. Need CR. He knows how to end this. Come find me. Don't let him in." But if you look closely, the left page is labeled page 61, and the page on the right is labeled page 70. There were 8 pages. If you count the little marks in the middle, there were 8 pages in this notebook, or in this journal of Kate's, that were ripped out, or that were ripped out, and those pages are the pages that we collect in and those 8 pages are the 8 pages we collect in Slender the 8 Pages. Now it's time to collect them again in Slender the Arrival. After making all of these discoveries, Lauren then enters Oakside Park and begins collecting Kate's missing pages, each one holding secret dialogues and pictures and messages that give her more clues and information leading towards the location of to find her friend. So we come up here. 3 collectibles are right here. This Oakside Park flyer, this Oakside canoeing rule set, and this giant sign that says Oakside Park has 3 canoes available for rental. And by collecting this sign for the first time, you get an achievement for it by fitting a giant wooden sign inside of your backpack. So now Lauren enters the park and begins collecting Kate's missing pages, or that missing 8 pages from Kate's journal. Each one holding messages and pictures that lead her closer and closer to trying to find her friend. Like this one. This first one tells Lauren, "Don't look or it takes you." And upon collecting them, this is when we get introduced to Slenderman. Because now, as we start collecting these, Slenderman as we are now in his night territory and collecting these pages that he's now claimed to be his, Slenderman will now begin chasing Lauren. And with the more pages you collect, Slenderman gets more aggressive. So I've already got 2. Now with the 8 pages in this one, in this version of the 8 pages. Oh, he's over in this direction. water tower's there. Do I see a page? Oh, there's Slenderman. I'm not paying any attention to him. Okay, so this is the one place set location that does not have a page. There are 10 locations on the map. One of them, or only 9 of them, have a random location set up, and 8 of those 9 have a page, and that page says can't run. That last page I picked up said can't run. So the next landmark I'm walking up to, this is the storage bin, or this is the storage bin. I hate searching this thing. This thing's a frickin' maze. Oh, and great, he's in it. That's not good. That is not... Please go away, thank you. Was he guarding a page? I wouldn't be... If he was guarding a page, I wouldn't be surprised. Though I don't see one. There has to be one here. I saw the... Yep, there it is. This one says leave me alone. So now I've got 4. We're halfway there. Okay, the porta potty has one. I'm not gonna get it just yet. There's another spot that I need to find that I need to find now. Oh, well. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get to, though. Although the building may be the one that's not here. I gotta think about that too. There's 10 different landmarks, but only 9 of them are on the map. And each of the 9 landmarks that do get put on the map are in random locations. Are in 10 of the 9, or in 9 of the 10 set locations where they can spawn. Let me go back on this path and make sure there's nothing else I missed here. Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess I'll just go with this. There it is. This one is a picture of him in the forest, which just means he likes to be in here. Or he hides here. I guess you could say. That just means he uses this forest to hide. Then the next one on this Jeep, looking at him is a no thing to do. Is basically what that one's referring to. When it just says no. The next one is at this busted tree. See, now he's starting to cut me off. That one says help me. One more. There's only one more, and it's in this building. Oh, I'm dreading going in here. There's 5 different... There are 5 different spots in this building that it can be in. Oh, please don't get in here. That means it's in here. Okay, get out. Once all 8 pages are collected, Slenderman will teleport behind Lauren and chase her down. until eventually Lauren passes out. By the time she wakes up, she finds herself in the middle of a random field, and the sun's out, which means she was knocked out for several hours. So now as she goes to explore the area, she's like, where am I? We're gonna immediately come from where I spawned. We're gonna immediately come over here, because right here is CR note number 4, which is an email from Carl to Kate that says, yeah, it hasn't been working out for me either. It's one thing to ignore something you know is just a hallucination. It's something else entirely to ignore all the noises I hear outside my window at night now, because I can't see whatever it is that's making them. Anything like that happening around there with you, it sometimes sounds like whispers. So that basically just means Carl's basically telling Kate that he's having a hard time trying to ignore the strange noises and hallucinations that him and Kate have both been having. So we're gonna run over here. First we're gonna just run over here, because there's another note we have to... Number 5 is on... One of the spawns is on this side of this area, and where right here you'll find number 5. And number 5 is an email from CR to Kate that says, I mentioned it to my doctor again when I saw him today. He really wants you to come in sometime just to talk with him. I think it's a good idea. He also said that confronting this traumatic event in some way could be very beneficial too. Don't worry, I didn't tell him any specifics about what happened. I do think we should go back out to that park behind your mom's house sometime soon. I think being out there and seeing nothing will help get rid of these stupid problems we've both been having. CR. So that's basically Carl just referencing or telling Kate that he thinks it's a good idea for the two of them to go back out to the park and confront what's been going on. Upon exploring this area, Lauren eventually looks up at the top of this giant mountain in front of her and sees how much noticeably closer she is to the red glowing transmission tower. However, based on its looks, it's on the other side of this mountain, and there's no possible way she can see going over it. So the only way there is to go through it. Welcome to the Coleman mining facility. A mining facility for the town that has been abandoned for decades. Before we go in, there are 4 notes right outside the entrance that we have to collect. The first 2 are here. This first one is a notice from the Coleman Mining Facility Management basically telling their employees that they're closing, they're shutting the thing down, and their final paychecks will be mailed to their addresses. Says and they're gonna have to find new jobs because they shut it down. Then right next to it is CR note number 6. This note is CR's message to Kate after the night when they went out to the Oakland Park to confront what's been going on. CR tells Kate, I tried to find my way back to you when I tripped and fell down that slope, but my flashlight hit one of the rocks down there and broke. It was pitch black. I heard sounds all around me, screaming. It sounded like you, I tried to follow it back, but I was lost. I fell. Everything collapsed down around me. I could feel it crushing me. Everything was moving so fast. I was drowning in water I couldn't see. Every fear I've ever had came back to me at once. Monsters surrounded me. My stomach inverted. My eyes shriveled out of existence, and my heart caved in. I don't know what happened after that. I woke up in some tall grass today and found my way back to the house. I looked through the window and saw you sitting on the couch staring at your TV. I couldn't get your attention, so I left. I can't write anymore. I can't think straight. I need to... Based on this message, it seems that Kate and CR got attacked by the Slenderman. They both got attacked by Slenderman while they were out in the field. The third one is just the third and final Charlie Matheson Jr. note. And then finally, back here, right here in the very back corner, is, this is Charles Matheson's death note. The final note he wrote before he killed himself in his house by burning the house, by lighting the house on fire and inhaling all the smoke. These are Charles Matheson's final words upon death. I see people everywhere who remind me of the man I could have become. They understand the rules so well. It's like the rules of a great game of life were never taught to me. Everything I ever worked towards is gone. Everything I loved has been taken away from me. I'm an empty shell of a man, living in this world of constant noise, failure after failure, no one left to love, no one left to love me back. This world is nothing but noise now, and I can't understand any of it. I see everyone else wadding through the noise like they are part of it, familiar with it, while I struggle and drown as some unwanted outsider. None of it makes sense, and I'm alone in it all. No more job, no more family. I can never rebuild it all. I'm a hopeless excuse for a man. I need to get out. Imagine being trapped in a game where you don't understand the rules, clumsily trying to understand how to make it through, but you can't. You can't progress. I thought I knew the rules, but it was a lie. You see everyone else whizzing by like it's so easy, and no one tells me. No one cares about my game. I'm alone in this forsaken nightmare because I don't belong in it. I need to log off. I need to get out of it. I need to rest. I need tranquility. I need to feel like I belong somewhere. I'm not sorry for this because I don't owe this damn world anything, and I can never forgive life. So goodbye and good luck with your own game. Charles Matheson. Revealing that Charles Matheson purposely committed suicide by burning his home and inhaling all of the smoke, causing his lungs to collapse from the carbon and causing his death. After feeling these discoveries, Lauren was given no choice but to go inside of the mine. This mine is very old and abandoned and dark. I think it's a good time. I think this is a good part of the game where I could properly say, we're gonna need the flashlight for this, because without it, it's pitch black in here. Now, before we can, in this room, there's three more notes. The first one is just a warning label of the Coleman mining, but what's on it is important to know for the soon future. It reads, "Warning, Coleman mining. In the event of sudden power loss, All employees must be removed from the mines via emergency lifts as soon as possible. To power the lifts, please activate the emergency generators throughout the ground level of the complex. 6 generators are the minimum required to power the lift at full capacity. Please see your supervision if you need help locating them. Which is exactly what we're going to do in a minute. Then see art note number 7 then looks a little weird. It looks as if Carl wasn't the one to write this. The note says, "I am okay, Kate. The woods are beautiful. Please come see. I am going to find you so you can see. It is so beautiful, Kate." Who wrote that message? Because Lauren believes that wasn't Carl. Then finally, a news report about the mining facility that says, Local park sells land to Coleman Mining Co. Oakside Park has come to an agreement with the Coleman Mining Company regarding its acquisition of mineral rights for one of the state-owned park's mountains. President of Coleman Mining, James Walter, said he's glad the deal has gone through and that he couldn't be happier for the opportunities this new location will provide the company and the community. Oakside Park first entered negotiations with Coleman Mining almost 2 years prior to the acquisition of Ocean View Association. And then I believe there's nothing back here. So that's it. Then we see an open door leading to arrows pointing to a lift. And the arrows all of these arrows lead to this lift and go up. There's messages that say, "No, no, no. Find me. I need to get out. Find me, Lauren. Get to the tower." In order to escape the mining facility and reach the top of the mountain where the tower is located, Lauren needs to get power to this lift, and to do that she must activate 6 of these generators. The first one will be here 100%, and by pressing it, the doors to the rest of the facility open. And with each generator we turn on, we also turn on some of the power and the lights in the facility. Like these 3 lights. These 3 lights, and then there's a light here that was turned on. But with each one we turn on more lights. So now we just begin searching each of these rooms. Now it's back to gameplay. We search all of these rooms for all the generators. The generators can be anywhere that's big enough to fit it. It's like all of these little hallways, they won't be here. They'll be in like rooms or places like this. Do not turn off your flashlight in this place. Do not turn off your flashlight in this place. It is pitch black this level is pitch black without it. Even at max brightness, this level is pitch black without the flashlight. You need it in order to see. Unless you come across a room with light like this. Okay, so this is like one of the main rooms. There's like 5 different spawns of it. What the heck? Do y'all see that red light? Do y'all see that red light? I think one might be up there. Okay, so that means there's 2 in this room. Oh, so that means there's 2 in this main room. One time I did this off camera. This was a little bit ago off camera, but I had one time when I came in here, I was playing on normal difficulty, but I was playing on normal difficulty at the time, and 4 of the 5 generators were in this one room. 4 of the 5 generators were in this one room, and then the 5th one was just down this hall, in like right there. So that was the luckiest spawn I've ever seen in this game. I'm gonna get the one down here first, and then I'll go upstairs to get the other one. Let's see if that turns on any more lights in here. Oh, yeah. We got a couple more lights. But once again, we're not alone. As we start to turn on these generators, Slenderman will begin chasing us. This time, Slenderman's not alone. There's a mysterious hooded figure. In this stage, Slenderman is accompanied by one of his proxies, which are basically minions of people he's captured. This proxy that Slenderman's accompanied with appears in the form of a mysterious hooded figure, about the same size as Lauren, so like a teenager. If you see this mysterious hooded figure, you have to hold your flashlight beam on it, or on him, to stun him. Or you can hide by turning off your flashlight. Hold R2 to focus your flashlight and blind your foe. And that's the proxy right there. That's what they look like. You just blind them like that and then just run. At this point, Slenderman should start following us around. Right there. So now Slenderman's following us around too. How many? Oh, there's one more. And here it is. So now it's now it's a race to the tower, or to the lift, and I'm going the wrong way. Slenderman's there. Oh no. Ooh, that was a close one. Wow. Wow. Why does my hand look like this? Wait a minute, why does my hand look like this? Wait a minute, that's not right. I don't know why my hand looks like that. So, as Lauren's walking out, she thinks back at that creature and was like, who is that mysterious figure? And where did they come from? And right up here at the top, and right up here on the top, we come over here to find CR note number 8, which is a scrapped email from CR to Kate that says, I've tried to call you dozens of times. Where are you? Please call me back and let me know you're okay. If I don't hear back in an hour, I'm coming over there. And then right here is the exit. We made it outside. By going outside, Lauren's happy to be able to see outside. And she looks out to see she's on the top of the mountain, and on the other side she looks over to the right and sees the transmission tower right there in plain sight. She then looks back over to her left to see a cage, and on that cage with barbed wire is CR note number 9, which is a note from CR to Kate from the North Cross Hospital that says, Kate, leaving this note in case you wake up tonight. I'm going to assume you don't remember what happened. I came over to check on you and found you out in that park behind the house. You had a broken video camera with you and a bag full of weird drawings. I don't know what happened out there, but you're safe now. The doctors here will help you. So while Kate, what Carl does not know about this, however, is the fact that let me turn up the strength of my microphone. Let me turn up the strength of my microphone real quick. Hold on. That should be better. So that way you can hear me a little better over the loud music, because the music in this game can get pretty loud. But anyway, what Carl does not know about Kate being out there is the fact that she did that because of Carl, but Carl finds that confusing, as Carl never said anything to Kate about it. This means that Slenderman now has full control and manipulation over Carl and Kate. Now, somewhere around here is note number 10. Upon walking down this hill, we find this tree with an old decrepit teddy bear in front of it, on it, with red eyes, and it's labeled Charlie. Upon clicking on this bear, we begin to hallucinate. And we get taken into the body, and we get put into the body of Charlie Matheson Jr.
Charlie, lunch
Charlie Matheson Jr. is having a picnic at the beach with his parents. On the left, the figure on the left is his father, Charles Matheson, and on the right is his mother, Diane Matheson. While Charlie's parents are up there talking for whatever reason or another, and is completely blocked off from their kid, and their kid is over here playing. He made a nice sandcastle. And is playing with his teddy bear, his cute little teddy bear. He starts to hear a strange noise and starts walking over this way, away from his parents, where he finds what looks like a toy train car. As he's listening to this noises and continues walking away, we can just barely hear his mother faint out. And doesn't care about what he's running over here and doing. Which then causes him to get trapped, because now there's no way to get back. Because now from here there's no way to get back. We hear another toy. We fall down here, and here's the last piece. Upon collecting this, the sky gets bold and green in color. Then he starts hearing a roaring, beating thunder. Upon walking around, he starts to find tentacles. Giant tentacles start to follow Charlie. Charlie eventually gets cornered and gets caught by by these tentacles. These tentacles then turn out to be the Slenderman, and the Slenderman swallows him whole. Revealing that Charlie Matheson Jr. was that blue decrepit proxy that we found in the beginning in the burnt building. That figure was Charlie in the form of a proxy the whole time. Charlie got abducted by the Slenderman, and then just up here we get CR note number 10, which is an email that's from CR to Kate that says, "Glad you're feeling better, but that house is too close to the woods. It's too isolated. You need to go somewhere else. I know a place that I think will be safer for you to stay. I'm going to go with you because my house doesn't feel safe anymore. I nailed all the windows shut, but I still feel too open. I haven't slept in a few weeks either. I'm so tired. Let's get out of here, Kate. I promise I'll keep you safe." I almost forgot where I was. Okay, I remember now. We're gonna go down here. To right here. We find a little cave entrance right here. And we're gonna go in here. Hey, my hand looks normal again. Then we come out, everything looks fine. And then the second we come up to here, we find a note that just says, "I want to die, I 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 want to die." That says "I want to die" 12 times. We enter this little building. We enter this little electric shack looking building thing, and right here on this wall is CR note number 11, which is a written note from CR to Kate that says outside, CR wrote this to himself, saying outside, I need to die before it catches me. I'm sorry for any part that is my fault. Everything is leaking out the back of my head. Hands have teeth. Please tell no one I loved them. It's back now. Hide. Then we get another "Can you see it?" message, escape. And we get a second glance at it, and we notice it's got the Slenderman crossed out and circling the transmission tower. Could this mean that by going here we will stop the spread of Slenderman if we go to this tower? We still don't fully understand the concept of it, but if it's what we gotta do to survive, we'll do whatever it takes. Then at the back corner of the building, we find a TV with a VHS player connected to it, and it has power. And on the table next to it, there are 2 tapes. The first tape is labeled Matheson Farm, and upon picking it up, we also get a starred email from CR to Kate that says, "Kate, I've been doing some digging and came across an old plot of land that belonged to the Matheson family a ways back. Charles was known to take his wife Diane and his son Charlie to the old homestead for family picnics. I never imagined what I would see there. I think Charlie may have seen something he was never meant to see. Enclosed is a recording of my findings and some documents I came across. We're dealing with something dark here, Kate. Something I can't explain. CR. Picked up a tape labeled Matheson Farm. Then when we play it, we get transported to the VCR tape where we now step into the shoes of Carl Ross. Carl Ross came to the Matheson family farm in an attempt to search for clues on Charlie Matheson Jr.'s disappearance.
The date is September 19th. My name is CR, on site of the Matheson family farm, continuing my investigation in Charlie's disappearance. Let's see what we can turn up.
The first thing we gotta do is come into here. We're gonna grab this note. This is another drawing of Charlie's of a bunch of kids in a barn with the Slenderman, and it looks like the barn is burning. We're gonna come up these stairs to here, and we are going to flip this. That will lift that up for us to go further in. And then I actually need to backtrack because there's something I missed. There's something I missed coming over here. I need to go into the front of the Matheson family, or in front of the home, of the main house, to, because there's a paper in here, and it's right here, that says, Rose, we're going into the cellar tonight for another game of hide and seek. Father won't return from his errand to Red Deer until the morning. And Norm says he found a lantern so he can take us there after dark. If we all meet by the chapel after tonight's dinner, I know you hate the rancid smell of petrol down there, but it'll be fun, I promise. Maggie, P.S. Don't tell Patty, she'll tell on us. And I believe that's it. Let me walk it through here and make sure. Yeah, that's it. So now we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna go into here, and we're gonna go into the farm. This farm has a giant two-headed two-pillar silo here, and what CR is here for is exploring the area for clues. He's looking for clues on how Charlie Matheson Jr. could have disappeared. So he ends up walking through the cornfield, and he ends up finding the cellar that was mentioned earlier. The cellar opening being right here. Now, when we go in here, there's Charlie Matheson Jr.'s proxy form is down here. And he can't kill you down here. He's just a distraction. And there's set jump scares and spawns and stuff of him down here, so just a warning. While we're down here, there's two things we need to collect. A gasoline can and an old children's book. Can I get a Light, can I get the lights, please, at least? Okay, the gasoline can's got 3 different spawns. Up, and it spawned here. And then from here, the book, if I remember correctly, the book is right here. Granny's Richard's Big Book of Stories, Volume 1. And that's it. Up, there's Charlie. Charlie clearly thinks something's funny. Then we come out, it's getting dark. The sun's now starting to set. But then as we come out here, we see that Charlie's followed us. Y'all saw him, right? Charlie followed us out. So then we put the gasoline in this engine, and it's now powered. Our next note is right at the front that says, reminder, all wheat and barley should be stored in a subterranean cellar for cold storage. Wheat can be stored up to 9 months pending moisture. Dry grain should be taken to the cellar immediately for winter storage. Cooling the grain ensures insects remain dormant and minimizes mold growth. So now we're going to go into the silo building, and all we see is this Slenderman thing. Yeah, let's not go in there. Let's not go in there. We're going to go through this pillar and around here. And right here, we're going to get another drawing from Charlie Matheson Jr. This is a drawing of him at having a picnic with his parents, Diane and Charles. And then we come into here. Now, there's 2 things to collect here. There's a page and there's a key, which the key is actually right here. The key has 4 different spawns. It could be here, it could be over here at this spot, it could be in this building, or it can be over here in front of this little tree house. But it's in the closest spot of the mall. It's right here. But then before we go, we need to go into this tiny house no matter what, because there's a collectible inside of here that has the biggest lore reveal out of everything collectible in the game. Slenderman has been watching over the Matheson and Hayes families for generations. Back row, Georgia Matheson, Franklin Matheson, James Matheson. Middle row, Ada Hayes, Henry Hayes, Elizabeth Matheson, Frida Matheson, Clarice Matheson. Bottom row, Maggie Matheson, Rose Matheson, Norman Hayes, Patricia Matheson, Walter Matheson. If you look behind, right where Henry Hayes is, at the picture of the house in the window, you can see the Slenderman inside of the house in the picture, revealing that Slenderman has been watching over both the Matherson and Hayes families for generations, which perfectly explains why Charlie Matheson Jr., Charles, Kate, and Kate's mother Beth have all become threats and victims to the Slenderman. CR then goes into... Next up, we will go back through the silo, and when we come out, it's... oh my god, now it's dark. And we don't have a flashlight. Lovely. Now during this bit, Charlie Matheson Jr., who's obviously still here, will begin chasing us when the music picks up. So I'm not gonna run until I hear that. And so now I'll run. This key goes into this gate that's right over here. And we'll run inside and find all of these tombstones that are labeled Henry Hayes, Lawrence Matheson, Margaret Matheson, James Matheson, Nancy Matheson, Clarice Matheson, Elizabeth Matheson, Maggie Matheson, Ada Hayes, Georgia Matheson, Rose Matheson, Norman Hayes, Marshall Matheson, Norman Matheson. The ones up here: Patrick L. Woods, Samantha Woods, Sarah Ann Matheson, Harrison Matheson, Beatrice Matheson. There's like a little, like a demon pedestal here made out of rocks, it looks like right here. And then, obviously, this looks like an abandoned church with a ton of tombstones in front of it. And then, isn't there more on this side? I thought there was. Well, no, I guess that's it. But then there's this big one right here that says Frida Matheson. May you be blessed for eternity. So now all that's left to do is go inside of the church. And upon entering the church, we see toys on the floor. And here, right here, the door closes behind us. We get a note from Frida Matheson. And these are Frida Matheson's final words upon death. I seek only salvation for myself and my family from that demon sent to torment my life. I brought the devil's wrath upon my family. I did this. I went searching for this demon. I brought him into our lives. I invoked his arrival. How could I have been so blind as to manifest such evil? Why could I not let old legends die? I alone should bear this burden. Why must my grandchildren suffer for my imprudence? They will never come home. That archived That archfiend has them now. Now all must bear this burden. We must all repeat for our ignorance, and rid this world of this demon for good. None shall confront this evil ever again. It dies with us. May the fire cleanse our souls and burn our sins. Frida Matherson. Frida Matherson's final words after she and her kids got effed over by the Slender Man. The door appears to be locked. So all we can really do is... Ooh, you guys want to play with some toys? Let's play with some toys. Let's take all the toys. This obviously makes... This makes him mad. This makes Charlie mad. We are now on the back side of the house, and we go into the attic to find more drawings and messages about the Slender Man. X's, you, come home. You. All lead, come home now. All leading to the Slender Man. And there's 4 pages here. There's this one. A diary of Rose. Maggie's diary. And then a note from Franziska to Frida. And then upon getting all of this information, he's gonna... CR comes down here, and as he tries to walk out, Charlie's gonna chase him out of the... He's gonna bust through a door behind him and chase him out. He ends up dropping his camera in the progress, and he gets chased out of the farm by Charlie. Jump scare warning now. That was pretty bad, but that's not even the end of it. There's still another tape, but this one's even more suspicious because this one is marked with Kate's mysterious drawings of the Slender Man. Upon picking it up, picked up an oddly labeled tape. When we play this tape, we get an even bigger chilling discovery. Kate is sitting in her home in the middle of a thunderstorm, minding her own business, when she fears she's being stalked by Slenderman. And she is. Kate is being stalked by Slenderman, and so now she must run around the house to secure the house by closing all of the windows and doors inside. So just any window or door you find open, you have to close it. Eventually, Slenderman gets in and chases her into her bedroom. Kate gets attacked by Slenderman from behind and bursts through her window. And that's the state we find her room in when we discover it in the beginning of the game. After making these horrible discoveries, Lauren then goes out the other side of the building and knows what she has to do next. On her final stretch up to the tower, where we climb up this bit of the mountain, and find CR note number 12, which was an old burnt message that says, "The house had to go. It can't save me anymore." Then we come around here and reach the top of top of the mountain to see, oh my god, the transmission tower. The tower is right there. But how to get to it? Well, our answer is right here. Another cave that was made by the Coleman mining facility. Historic Coleman Mines, established in 1895, closed in 1928. Now we come in here, we pull out the light because it does get pretty dark in here as we climb down. And then right here on this fragile box is the 13th and final CR letter, which is a written note from CR to Kate that says, "Meet me by the street in an hour. I left a list of things to bring with you. Leave everything else behind. I'll explain everything. As soon as I see you, as I know how to fix all of this. Don't tell Lauren about me. CR." As we walk through here, we begin seeing weird encrypted messages all over all of these rocks, saying stuff on the lines of "I need to end this. I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. Stop it. Ha ha ha." And then finally we get this message from Carl. This is Carl's death message before he kills himself to free his spirit from the Slenderman. Carl's final words are, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. This isn't your fault. I did this. By the time you read this, it's already too late for you. Don't let him into any more lives. This was all my fault. This can end with you. I let him in. Why did I ever let him in? I'm sorry for placing this burden on you. I wish it was all on me. This can't spread any further. Please, it all has to end with you. I wish there was some other way it has to end. God forgive me." Carl Ross's final words before he passes away, sacrificing himself, suicidally killing himself to free his soul from the control of Slenderman. But the way of doing so was by lighting himself and the entire top of the mountain forest on fire. Your flashlight won't do you any good here. Shoot, I forgot the path to go. No, it wasn't that. Where's Slenderman? You need to keep an eye on Slenderman here. Because we make the final stretch to the tower, which is now starting to make a very strong and heavily glow, Slenderman very ferociously guards it. Slenderman now very ferociously guards it. We make it to the tower, and we barricade ourselves in. Slenderman tries to bust in. We get this EPWS news. The Emergency Public Warning System is a protocol system where local authorities can warn the public about impending or current emergencies affecting their area. The EPWS can be activated by local police, fire, environment agencies, and local authorities as required. It can be activated for the following reasons: severe weather, flood, wildfire, hazardous material release, terrorist threat, water contamination, Amber Alert, other threats to life, property, and safety. For any further questions regarding EPWS rules and regulations, please contact your local Parks and Wildlife Agency. Oh hey, the key's there. Normally the key's in one of these two rooms. There's no collectibles in either of these rooms. But we're gonna grab this key and we're gonna bail. Into this room. It eats at me. Everything. I see it. We find a corpse that's labeled "I failed you. I can't sit. Run. I'm sorry." His arrival. He will find you. We find a dead corpse sitting by a fire. You're in an old camera. This is Carl Ross. Carl Ross's idea was to kill him and Kate alive. Kate refuses to choose death and runs away, leaving Carl to die on his own. This is the note he left behind.
Kate, please. I can't. There's no other way.
Kate runs away.
No. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I'm so sorry.
Carl killed himself, burning himself alive. Upon hearing this message, Charlie catches up to Kate and knocks her out. When she wakes up, she finds herself in the basement of the burnt Matheson family home. Charlie sits at the staircase watching her every move and will not let her leave, where he will get onto her if it gets too close. And will stare at her for every movement. in this room, there's 2 notes we have to collect to make that makes Charlie leave. One of them is this. This guy is a book from Charles Matheson that survived the fire that says, this guy keeps stopping by my house asking about my son. I keep telling him to go away. He's getting more and more desperate. I still see him. I keep looking for him. It can't be him though. I know it can't, but it's so real. Everywhere I go I hear his voice, but it sounds like he's suffering. Like it's not the son I knew. I can't escape this torment. This man, this thing, he taunts me. He eats at my mind. Am I doing this to myself? Was it my fault Charlie disappeared? Is this my trial or my punishment? I need to end it. I need to cleanse this place. No more suffering. No one deserves this. It all ends here. It all needs to go. And then finally, this question mark labeled 1 from CR that says, Kate, this is pretty exciting, isn't it? This whole mystery, the missing boy, the sightings, the arson. I'm glad I get to share this adventure with you. I can't help but feel saddened for Mr. Matheson. He lost so much. I wish he would have just let me in to help him the way you're helping me. Maybe I could have saved him. Since I couldn't help him in life, maybe I can help him now. I promise to find out what happened to his son. Perhaps that will put his soul at peace. Thanks again, Kate. I look forward to our adventures. CR. Upon getting these 2 notes, Charlie is left, and we start hearing a heavy cry. We step out of the basement into the burnt building. Our flashlight battery is dead. We're walking around. We're looking around. There's nothing here. But until we get to the end of the house, we find Kate. We find Kate. Kate's crying. We find Kate crying. Lauren and Kate get one final moment with each other until Kate turns back into her proxy form and knocks her out. Kate's proxy form being the hooded figure. The hooded figure we encountered in the Coleman mine. That was Kate. Kate knocks us out and drags our body off camera. And Lauren gets turned into a proxy and joined alongside Kate and Charlie to help assist Slenderman in future attacks. Blue Owl Studios, Parsec Productions, based on the character Slenderman, created by Eric Victor Serge Crudson. And that was Slender the Arrival. And that is Slender the Arrival with all 50 on easy difficulty with all 50 pages. But that's not it. By beating the main game, you unlock a 9th secret stage called Genesis. Genesis is a Slender the Arrival remastered version of the original Slenderman game, Slender the 8 Pages, where you play as Kate. We play as Kate in the original Slender 8 Pages game. We play as Kate. And seeing Kate collecting these 8 pages would make perfect sense. This is when Kate gets, at the end, this is when Kate gets turned into her proxy form, where she becomes the mysterious hooded figure we found in the Coleman mine. So this is her last moment as a human. And after running away from Carl, leaving Carl to die. Don't look or it takes you. Now this is my strat for it. I go to the right. There are 10 locations and 10 landmarks, each at a set spawn and location. 8 of them have a page. There are 2 landmarks that will not have one. But now since there's a page here, this is called the silo. Since the silo has a page, I'm gonna go up this way towards the middle. And I'm going the wrong way. I need to be going this way, because I'm gonna go to the bathroom first, which is what this building here is called. Where is he at? I don't see him. Oh shoot. That was aggressive. He better not be aggressive with me while I'm in here trying to find this page. And there's not a page in here at all. So that's one down of the locations that don't have one. Follows. That page, I didn't mention that in the first time I got these, but when Lauren was collecting them, the one that says followed is supposed to mean like he follows. You enter his territory, he'll follow you around and like stalk you, is what that one says. Can't run, meaning once you start with him, he doesn't go away. It's impossible to get rid of him. Those were the tank. That's the large rocks. I'm not looking at him, but it's because he's close to me. the cross wall. This is the cross wall. I don't know where he is. There's one at the cross wall. Always watches, no eyes. That one means like he has no face. The Cutted Woods has one. It's called Cutted Woods because they're like little wooden pillars, like trees, and they were cut up to like pillars. Leave me alone. There's 4 places left. One of them doesn't have one, so the sooner I find that spot, the better. And I just found it. It's the tunnel. The tunnel doesn't have one. Which means these last 3 locations, the single tanker, the 2 vehicles, and the tree, all have one. Each have one. It's on the front. Right here. He was on my right. He's the page right here. Oh, I missed it. Wow. And then the tree. It's gonna be a race. I think that's it on the right. No. There it is. And that's it. Once all 8 pages are collected, he spawns behind Kate and knocks her out. And says, I have plans for you, Kate. And with that, that is the entire story of Slender the Arrival and everything that Slender the Arrival has to offer. That is the entire game, 100% done. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do the other 2 where I attempt hardcore live, and on normal difficulty, I'm gonna speed run it. I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk, or I'm gonna try my hardest not to and focus on the game. But I'm going to speed run it on normal difficulty. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Slender the Arrival Easy Difficulty.
We had a lot of fun, didn't we? But now we gotta get home so my human disguise can go to bed. He needs his beauty sleep.
And the fact that I have to work tomorrow, that.
So with that, we unfortunately have to go. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. This is Shredder the Devilish Leader, bidding you all farewell.